Let's get one thing perfectly clear. This was about as last second of an episode as we've ever had.
With no doubt about it.
And ever will have.
Yeah.
We talked earlier today. You're like, are we going to do a show? And I was like, hell no, we're not doing a show.
No.
We're going to cover the big 4 pay-per-views. We'll do Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam. But then The Undertaker came back tonight, and I was like, you know what would do really good business? Is if we have a title that says Undertaker Returns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we have that shit ready to go and it's up and running, it's going to be big business. 616 Entertainment's going to explode. WWE Raw Talks Live is going to reach greater heights than it ever has, even though this is technically Battleground Talks Live.
So just understand that there's no passion in this episode. It's purely for money and views. We don't care about it.
It's just...
So we're not even going to talk. We just want to do clickbait. We're just going to sit here. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. This probably won't be as long as a normal Raw Talks because you've got work tomorrow. I don't. I've got plans tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out. I'm going to hang out with some beautiful people.
No, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? Male and female, because I don't discriminate against anyone.
That's not true.
But before we do any talks about any WWEs, what we always do is we have an official intro that we always hit. And I got to tell you, I re-recorded it. So this one's nice and clear. Does everyone have brown gloves?
I sure do.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
So now that the brown gloves are out of the way, we can talk about WWE Battleground. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. We're going in the opposite order. The Undertaker just came back.
Things we're on.
The Undertaker just came back. Brock Lesnar beat the dog shit out of Seth Rollins in a match that, when the match started, I go, what the fuck is going to happen here? And you were like...
I said I had no idea how it was going to go. I thought there was no chance in hell that Seth Rollins was going to drop the belt tonight.
Yeah.
Which I was right about. But I didn't know how it was going to go because he wasn't going to drop the belt, but he wasn't going to beat Brock Lesnar clean.
Yes.
So
unfortunately, I'm an internet boy. Spent a lot of times there on the internet. And I'm just going around and flipping through things today. And I wasn't even on any spoiler websites because I don't go on those.
Yeah.
But I'm just flipping through Twitter and I see a picture of The Undertaker holding his hat and his leather jacket and a suitcase. And it said Undertaker lands in wherever the fuck they were tonight. I can't remember. So I knew he was going to be here tonight.
Okay.
And I know about another thing that's coming up with other guys that you wouldn't expect, that we won't talk about because it's a spoiler. But it's ridiculous. You know, I didn't...
The spoiler.
Yeah, I didn't want to know about this.
No.
If I didn't know about this and the lights went down, the boom, it would have been like, oh shit, Undertaker's here.
That was my reaction.
That was your reaction.
I didn't freak out, but I was like,
it was like F5, 1,
excuse me.
F5, 1, 2, and I was just waiting for it to happen. The lights went out, and I was just like, okay,
because
that's what I thought.
Yeah, because I didn't know that was going to happen, and I was like, how are they like? Because if Seth Rollins kicked out of 13 suplexes and an F5, it's like, what the?
It's like we already did this
so
tonight.
dumb.
Yeah, we already had guys kick out of 87.
And so I was like,
finishers.
okay, what's gonna happen here? Like, what's the swerve? And then the lights hit. Boom.
Yeah. And Dan, let's get some activity going in the chat here. Tweet the link out. I tweeted it at IDS616. Retweet the link. Tell everyone to come talk about Raw Talks Live.
Yep.
WWE Battleground Talks Live. Whatever. But the thing that was really telling to me was Undertaker comes out, and the first thing I think was, this is a strange time to do this because they just turned Brock face. They officially turned him face. Like, he's Facebook official as a face. You go to status and it says babyface. That's how official it was.
He has his own. It's a separate Facebook called Baby Facebook.
That was good. I like that.
Only babyfaces can join.
So the top babyface in the company is about to beat the top heel in the company clean for the world title.
Right.
And another babyface comes out who people love and fucks it up. And I think a lot of people were torn. It's just like, whoa, Undertaker's back. But I want Brock to win.
Right.
Like, why now, Undertaker?
Yeah.
But what was the thing that was super telling to me was Undertaker, he went for the chokeslam and Brock reversed it. And Undertaker was just like, fine, fuck it, and kicked him in the balls.
Right.
His first piece of offense was a low blow. His first piece of offense was a heel move. Did Undertaker come back as a ruthless heel to kill those who wronged him before? Be it Paul Heyman, be it Brock Lesnar, be it all the other guys?
As soon as he came back, I was like, oh, he's coming back for revenge for ending his streak. So that was my impression, is that he was coming for revenge.
I'm looking at the chat here, and we got Captain McKay Random saying, I hate spoilers, as do I. I hate spoilers for movies, I hate spoilers for comics, I hate spoilers for wrestling, I hate them for everything. Coulter, WF Douglas 616 to be exact, says, fuck you, Brick, which is totally unrelated. But Captain McKay says he tweeted out the link, which we really appreciate. And Captain McKay also says that he hates Brock Lesnar. So Cap wasn't torn at all. Undertaker came out and Cap was like, fine, fuck this guy. I don't like him anyway. Thank God the Undertaker is here.
If he was even watching.
Of course he was watching. That's Captain McKay you're talking about.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He watches us to keep up with wrestling.
Yeah, but obviously he knew what was going on.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
And that's Captain McKay we're talking about. This week's guest on the 616 Entertainment Podcast. The episode goes up Wednesday, and it's the best episode we've ever done with Captain McKay. I'm super happy with it.
It's the final trilogy. It's
no,
the
it's
final
not.
wrap up in the trilogy.
No, he'll be on again.
No, now we got it. We talked about it. We're gonna do a prequel trilogy.
Oh yeah, so the next time Cap's on, it's gonna be episode 0. So if Undertaker did just come back to be a heel, what the fuck are we gonna do here?
Where do we go from here?
Exactly, that's what I'm asking. Where do you go from here? Because they hyped the shit out of SummerSlam all night. So you've got the fact like, oh, Taker's back. SummerSlam is one of the big 4. What do you need to sell SummerSlam? You need a big match. Right. Lesnar, Undertaker 2. Technically, Lesnar, Undertaker like 13. Right. But in the big picture,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense. Because then, like, what does Seth Rollins do? Like,
well, Seth Rollins is still the champion, so he can feud with whoever.
I know, but that's. I don't know if I like that. Like, they built all this, like, heat with him and Brock Lesnar, and it's like, oh, that was just to get Lesnar with the Undertaker.
Well, it could be a sort of situation where, let's say Lesnar does get a rematch at the next pay-per-view. Is the next pay-per-view SummerSlam? Is there one in between? Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that.
So let's say there is a thing where it's like, oh, Lesnar gets another match because obviously he got fucked out of this one, and then Undertaker shows up again.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the Dean Ambrose formula, where anytime Seth was going to cash in the suitcase, Dean would come out and be like, I don't think so, buddy.
Right.
We have unfinished business. There's no way I'm letting you do that.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. That's a major possibility.
Possibility, please.
What the fuck does
I
that
don't know.
mean?
I was trying to say something, and I didn't mean to say that.
If Undertaker is the heel, is he going to come back just to kill Brock Lesnar? Or now that he's back as a heel, is he going to kill other people? Is he going to kill people to practice for Brock Lesnar?
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I don't see him having multiple matches.
So you have him come back and you have him face Lesnar. Do you have him win to avenge the death of the streak? Or do you have Lesnar go over again to remain strong, so when he does go after Seth again, it's just like he just killed the Undertaker again? Undertaker's never been this dead, and it's all because of Brock Lesnar.
Well, so are you talking if they have a match at SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Then I definitely, if it's at SummerSlam, I think Brock should definitely win to make himself look strong, because Undertaker is probably going to retire soon. Should eventually. He's getting up there.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's going to be with the company for a while. So that would, I mean, just put, like, he's already over so much for beating the streak. To be like, and like beating him at SummerSlam is not the same as beating him. So if he loses to the Undertaker at SummerSlam, that's not good.
So you have Undertaker come back, who's one of the most beloved characters of all time. He's coming off the biggest loss of his career. He goes to avenge the loss, and he loses again. Yeah. Are you done with the Undertaker at that point?
I don't know. But I'm saying if he comes back to have a match at SummerSlam, I don't know. Maybe he could be. He'd still probably have a match at WrestleMania, even if he lost.
Who do you book him with at WrestleMania? Do you go Sting? Do you go the hacky Sting one? Like, you say it's hacky. I say it's hacky just because it's the one that everybody expects.
It's obvious, but at the same time, it's still a dream match. That it would be a shame if it never happened.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you can make that happen, I think you would want to do that.
Do you have Undertaker go over Sting? Let's say they do Undertaker Sting at SummerSlam and Brock Lesnar is on vacation.
If Sting beat Triple H at this past year's WrestleMania, I'd say Undertaker should beat Sting, since Sting already got one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think about them?
I think
What do you think about
what they're
in the
going
future?
towards is it's got to be Undertaker Lesnar at SummerSlam
Yeah.
because that's a month away.
Right.
You don't. Why the fuck would they have Undertaker come back and fuck this up now in July
Right.
when it's still more than a half a year away for
Exactly.
WrestleMania? What's Brock going to do in the meantime? He's going to come out and have a rematch with Seth and just be like, "You asshole! I'm going to beat you for your belt. I'm still mad at you, Undertaker. I'll get you." But
And Seth's never gonna beat Brock Lesnar clean, you know.
he won't. I don't think he'll beat him clean. No, like there could be a fuck about it. I sneezed and now you sneeze. What's going on?
I didn't talk shit about your sneezes.
I'm just saying, is there allergens in this room that are affecting us?
I don't know.
Are we allergic to the Undertaker? Because we don't normally sneeze in our WWE shows. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
The interesting thing about it is you have Lesnar Taker, and if you have Taker win, thank you, Coulter. He says bless you.
Thank you.
He was talking to me. They haven't seen yours yet. There you go. You just sneezed now for them. But if you have
I'm gonna take it.
Undertaker beat Brock Lesnar, what the fuck do you do with Brock Lesnar, and what do you do with the Undertaker?
That's what I'm saying.
Does Undertaker
That's
make a
why
run?
Brock Lesnar can't lose.
Here's
to
what you could do. You could do the Undertaker came back and he fucked Brock Lesnar out of the title. Coulter says you don't get a bless you. Fuck you. You have Undertaker come back and he fucks Brock Lesnar over. What if you do Lesnar versus Rollins at SummerSlam for the title? Lesnar does the F5 and he's gonna go for the pin, but he looks over at the Tron like, "Where are you? I know you're here." Seth gets up, bang, bang, bang. It's a swerve ski. Lesnar wins anyway. He gets the 1, 2, 3. So Lesnar has the title now. And later down the line, Undertaker comes back.
Okay.
And now you do Undertaker versus Lesnar as the main event of WrestleMania 32, and it's a world title versus retirement match. That's fucking big.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money right there. That doesn't necessarily need the title, but when you can say like, oh, the greatest superstar, WWE superstar of all time versus Brock Lesnar, like he's either gonna win the title and like reclaim his yard, or his career is officially over.
Well, yeah.
And that would, dude, if they did it that way and Undertaker loses to Lesnar twice in a row, that's the exact angle I booked. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I talked about it before.
Yep.
I don't think they would do that. I think if they did do it, Undertaker would probably win the title. WWE doesn't really do that, though. They don't have guys win the title and go out on top.
No.
They would probably have Undertaker.
You can't have Undertaker.
They could almost as like a thank you for everything he's done and send him out on top as the greatest of all time. But how does it make any sense for him to come back, win the title, prove he can still go, and just be like, well, thanks, guys. You know,
No,
it's like Japanese
I don't
MMA
like that.
fighters. Like, it's not like American MMA fighters where if you lose 3 in a row, the fans are like, oh, he's lost it. He never had it anyway.
Yeah.
Japanese MMA fans, like a guy like Sakuraba, could lose 8 in a row, and they fucking love him because he goes out there and he shows heart.
Right.
They don't even care if he wins. It's just like he's got that warrior spirit, and that's what we love. You know?
Right.
It's a really interesting dynamic that we have here now. I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense, but it's
really
fucking
doesn't.
wrestling, so it doesn't have
No.
to. But if
It
we're
really
looking at the
doesn't.
chat here, Jazz James says, bless the artist.
I appreciate that. I saw that and I wanted to mention it, but I didn't want to.
Does that mean that Jazz James is going to be in your corner June 16th, 2016, when you fight Coulter of Personality?
if he wants to be, he's there.
Jazz, if you want to be in the artist corner, I'm the head trainer. If you want to be like the water boy, you know?
Nigel's not in my corner though. I don't trust him.
No. You're like barely in this shot. Why don't you get in here a little bit?
There's just not enough room.
Well, you're like fucking 80 feet away from me. James Bell.
Our chairs are bumping.
James Bell's a name I don't recognize, but I'm glad he's here with us. Says Taker's never beaten Lesnar at any pay-per-view in history, I think. For the ones I can think of,
check my almanac.
there's No Mercy 02. Lesnar beat him clean in Hell in a Cell. There's right before that was Unforgiven 02 was a no contest. Undertaker threw him through a big fucking sign.
So still.
They had a chain match at No Mercy that I think Lesnar won. There's WrestleMania 31 or 30. 30, where Undertaker lost. He might be right. James Bell might be dead on saying that Taker's never beaten Brock Lesnar at a pay-per-view. I can't think of any time he's ever beaten Lesnar, let alone at a pay-per-view. So that's a good little piece of trivia, if it's true. Jazz James wants to be your water boy. He's confirming it.
You're my water boy. Official. Book it.
Do we want to let go of the Undertaker Brock Lesnar thing, or do we want to talk it out a little bit more? Like, let's talk to the Dan Dans. Dan Dans, where do you think they're going with Undertaker Lesnar? Do you think Undertaker is officially a heel? He comes out and he kicks the top babyface in the balls with a low blow. It's a cheap shot. Leaves him laying and fucks him out of the title. That's a heel.
Yeah.
That's a straight up heel. I want to know what the Dan Dans think about it. Tell me in the chat. Tell us in the chat. What do you do with Undertaker? What do you do with Brock Lesnar? You know, let's get the back and forth going here. I love when the Dan Dans contribute to the show like they always do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want to send a thank you to everybody who's tweeted out the link so far.
We appreciate it.
To share it.
Everything you do for us.
Let's talk about John Cena and Kevin Owens.
John Cena, Kevin Owens.
What'd you think about this match?
A good match.
Mark Maxwell is going to hate this fucking match.
I saw he tweeted he didn't even watch it.
Oh, he did?
No, I don't know if he meant that.
Oh.
I liked it. It had there was one part I had a problem with.
It was the part where Kevin Owens, what did he do to you? Because you and Kevin Owens have a history together. I don't know if the Dan
he
Dans
hit
know
me
it.
in the jaw with a ham. Or...
Nobody knows what we're talking about. I just wanted to say that though, in case our buddy Rob is watching. You know what I mean?
He just followed me. So
I know, that's why I saw it. But Kevin Owens, John Cena, this is the third match in a row. Are you feeling Cena versus Owens fatigue?
Yeah, I was after the second one. I was just like, have him wrestle somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And like I get they always want to do these trilogy matches, but not everything has to be a trilogy.
No.
He beat him clean once. And then Cena, I get it. Like they both beat each other clean once, and so it's like, oh well, you want to see who gets the third one.
Yeah.
But like even in the UFC, when that happens, it's like, well, you guys are gonna do your own. You guys are gonna go your separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever fights 3 times in a row in real life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any. It's stupid. So I think this is it for a while. Obviously, this isn't their last match.
The rumor going around is that, and the Dan Dans can correct me if I'm wrong, the rumor going around is that next month at SummerSlam, John Cena versus Kevin Owens versus Cesaro for the U.S. title. Which that match has great match written all over it.
Yeah,
but
it does, definitely.
What, for the Dan Dans who didn't watch, if you didn't, you kind of fucked up. It was a good show overall. Cena wins clean. He makes Owens tap out in the center of the ring with the STF or whatever the fuck he wants to call that. But if you do the match at SummerSlam and you have Owens go over, does he pin Cesaro and he wins the title? I was going to tweet right after this match ended. I don't know who Cena drops the title to at this point because they brought Owens in so strong, and have they killed his momentum? Yes. But is wrestling fake and they can turn that around at any second? Yes. So should you panic about it? No.
No, but like you have a right to not be happy with the
of course
to finish.
But he's not
overreact like that.
He's not buried or anything. You know what I mean?
When you said who you thought I was going to win, I picked Owens. I thought he was going to go over and win the title because of basically what you said at the end was if he didn't win, then who was John Cena going to lose the belt to?
Yeah.
Like it seemed like it was made, like this whole thing was set up
as a vehicle to get Kevin Owens over on his debut.
Right.
I think they rushed this whole thing. I think you have Owens come in and he beats Cena clean. So the next night Cena goes out there and he's like, no one has ever given me a match like that, at least not in the last 10 years.
Right.
So I want Kevin Owens to come out here and shake my hand, whatever. Like it's kind of like what they did, right? So then Owens comes out and Owens doesn't shake his hand. And then Cena tells him, like, you're not a man because of this. Right. And then they do the rematch. I love the idea that they do that same thing, but then Cena's just like, at the next pay-per-view, it's going to be Owens, Cena 2. And then Owens is just like, hey, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I came here. I beat you. I am better than you. I'm over you in the rankings. Later, skater. Yeah. And then Owens just does whatever he wants for a couple months. And then at SummerSlam, you've got a 3-month gap there. So at SummerSlam, you do Cena versus Owens too. Because in the meantime, Owens can drop the NXT title to Balor like he did. Right. So then Owens has got this, I don't have a belt now. But he still looks great.
Yeah.
So then you do Cena Owens too, and Cena wins. So you got the whole just like, fuck. Did Owens get the better of him one time? Was that a fluke? And then you do it again. Maybe you have Owens go over in the third one. But I would do the trilogy across an entire year.
Yeah, not 3 months.
Not 3 months in a row. I think they fucked
dumb.
up big time doing it 3 months in a row.
So it feels, like you said, it feels so rushed.
It was definitely rushed. I would never argue against that. Do I like when these guys have matches? Yeah. Are they the best matches I've ever seen? Not by a fucking long shot.
No, but they're good.
They're fun. I think they're fun. I saw someone, I don't know who it was, tweeted, if it's one of you, just tell me, I'll give you credit, said that they would have ranked the matches 1, 3, 2 of how good they were. I'd probably go 1, 2, 3.
I think 1, 2, 3.
I think this was the worst. There was clear degradation as time went on.
But I think this was the least.
It was the least best. Yeah, this one just felt like there were so many repeated spots.
We've seen it.
The forward moving fisherman up the second rope, the code red sunset flip gimmick. Like there was just so many repeated moves.
We had seen it.
Owens kicking out of the AA off the second rope bothered me.
Ridiculous.
And I'm not one of those guys who gets bothered about, like, he can't kick out of that move, that's his finish. Yeah. Shit's fake. They can do whatever they want.
But that was ridiculous.
But it was absolutely
he had already
ridiculous.
Eaten 1 AA.
I think he'd eaten 2. I think he kicked out of 2,
right.
and then that was a little ridiculous. It was just to the point. Kill King 45 is here, and he says bag of glass.
Bag of glass, yes.
Jazz James, no, that is not Nigel Bravo. It is a mystery man who can reveal himself only if he chooses.
Oh, I think
to.
I know who that is.
I know exactly who it is, and he's a great man. He's a great boy. He was there the night of Bag of Glass.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would have done the Owens Cena trilogy across an entire year. I might have booked it. I might have booked it the same way. I don't think Owens needs to come out on top on the trilogy.
No, because
the simple fact that he beat him once and hangs with him every time shows you that he's a motherfucker.
And like, guys, I think this is part of the like what with the thing to compare it to like Roman Reigns, like how, you know, oh, he won the Rumble and then everyone thought he was going to win the title.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you make a guy face adversity, and like have him come out on the scene, face beat John Cena clean, like, oh shit, this guy's the fucking man.
Yeah.
He can wipe out anyone, and then he loses. It's like, okay, so it's 1-1, and then he loses again, and it's like, oh man, maybe he's not as good as we thought. And then he comes back even stronger.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a million ways you can go with it. I want to go to the chat right now.
Do it. There's been a lot of activity.
Yeah, I was letting it build up. Coulter says, give Taker a motorcycle. We're back to Taker Lesnar right now. Give Taker a motorcycle and let it ride. No. Captain McKay says, if he kicks Lesnar babyface and the ball's from the jump, yeah, he's got to be a heel.
I think so.
Which I definitely think is the case. James Bell says, I think it's personal. It's like Rock Austin at Mania. Which is that's a good way of looking at it, because both those guys were babyfaces going in, and Austin turned heel at the end of it.
Okay.
And they it was so crazy that they dropped so many hints along the way to that, where The Rock was just like, The Rock's gonna go out there and whoop that candy ass, and like Austin's promos were like insane, where he his eyes would just get huge, and he'd just be like, I don't want to beat you, Rock. I need to beat you. He's like, I want that belt more than anything in the world. And you were looking at him just like, this is his whole life. And then he gave him like 2 stunners and Rock kicked out. Then Vince McMahon came out with a chair. It was Austin's mortal enemy.
Right.
And Vince gives Austin the chair. And Austin beats the fuck out of him with the chair, and then Vince and Austin shake hands in the biggest fucking heel turn of all time.
Wow.
And then a lot of people say that didn't work and it was a failure. And Austin says if he could change one thing in his career, it would be that. He wouldn't have done it. I'm so glad time machines aren't real for that thing, because I loved I loved that heel turn, and it led to Austin fucked up his neck, so he couldn't do anything. He had to be backstage doing funny promos with Kurt Angle the whole time.
Yeah,
and it was some of the best Austin content I've ever seen. We need to watch the Austin documentary so you can see that
for sure.
But so James Bell's got a good point there. Captain McKay says might be tough to get the fans booing the fucking Undertaker though.
I feel like there were some fans
there were
booing,
some.
but I don't know exactly what they were booing.
It was weird. There was a Suplex City chant. Booze and Undertaker all at the same time. So the crowd just sounded like,
yeah, but there were just boos, but I'm not sure what they were booing at.
Jazz James says, I have no clue where they're going with The Undertaker. It almost feels like they just brought him back to boost the ratings. I loved it either way. So whatever they're doing, it worked for Jazz. James Bell says, no specific heel until the big payoff. After Rock versus Austin was a face versus face until the heel turn. The money is in the chase. James Bell's got a good mind. I don't know who he is, but I'm a fan. I'm glad he's here with us. So hit that subscribe button. We do this every Monday. So that means you should be with us tomorrow. I'm getting texts from Steve Fokel and Schneider, who's a great boy. Palmer says Taker went over in a handicap tag and a triple threat, both with Big Show. Probably Big Show who took the pin. Can someone fact check that? Because that would be interesting if Taker has one but has never pinned Brock. James Bell says, don't be shocked if Owens versus Rollins is SummerSlam and Triple H fucks Rollins and makes his golden boy Owens. It's been hinted at a lot. Just my humble opinion. I haven't gotten any hints out of that.
No.
Nothing on screen, at least.
I haven't seen any interaction between Triple H and...
There's been a lot of Twitter and stuff like that.
Okay.
But,
well, I mean, there's no doubt that I think the WWE is high on Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, there's not, on-screen stuff.
Yeah. Palmer's talking about Owens versus Cena. He says a draw would have been better. Have it go 30, hit a time limit, and add Cesaro in if you want at SummerSlam. I like that idea. I think it's a really cool idea, and if this was my video game and I was booking it, that's exactly what I would have done. But you've got that whole thing of WWE matches don't have time limits.
30 minutes, yeah.
So if it's just like Cena goes for the pin after the AA 1, 2, ding, 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 and then people are just like, what the fuck was that? Oh, they botched it. And it's just Lillian Garcia says it was a time limit draw.
Yeah.
Palmer, you know as well as I do, because you'd be one of them, you would fucking complain so bad about that. Like, oh, what the fuck? What do you mean there's a time limit? There's no time limits in WWE.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes. Bullshit. Cancel the network. So, do I like that idea? Yeah. With the internet shit on it? Yeah. But the fucking internet shits on everything anyway. Captain says, do they still do time limits? That's a good idea if they actually do. No, they don't. Kill King says back of glass, which we talked about. Palmer says he doesn't think they use time limits, but mostly because the roster can't go 30 minutes and keep it interesting. We got a really busy chat tonight, and I appreciate that. Coulter thinks that Owens would beat Cena via bag of glass. And if they had the opportunity, I think he might be right there.
I think if he had the bag of glass, it would be an effective weapon against John Cena.
Steve.
Or Dr. John Cena.
Dr. John Cena. Steve, a.k.a. Falcon Schneider, says, heel Undertaker. That's what I assumed it would be, and I'm happy. I'm going to say, get on Raw Talks. I don't care that this isn't Raw Talks. That's easier to type. You know what I mean? It's all perfectly legal.
Something like that.
Oh, boy. Palmer says he doesn't mind Cena winning, but then it scrolled down. But Owens tapping out is very annoying. Why is it very annoying? John Cena has tapped out every main event level guy with that move.
Yeah,
everyone has tapped out to that move. It's one of his finishers. He couldn't beat him with his main finisher, so he used a submission finish, and Owens was so fucked up that he had no choice.
Right.
I kind of liked the submission, and I liked that it wasn't a big like tap like that, to where he was so fucked up and he was like trying to peel a hand. It was just like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. Get me out of here. I thought that was very realistic.
Yeah, that's like how actual fighters tap.
You take a question here. This is where we're at. Kill King 45.
John Cena sucks John Cena's suck bathtubs of rock cock.
What do you think about that?
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen proof that he sucks bathtubs of rock cock.
Kill King says he has proof for you.
Send it to me on Twitter.
You got to say what he said.
Those were quotes from Austin's promos. #vouched. Send me a link on my Twitter at theartist616 so I can fact check this. I need to know for myself for proof. Captain McKay says, I love the Austin heel turn, but hated the Austin heel run immediately thereafter. Did you think the heel run was bad?
No, I fucking hated him. I hated Austin.
But in a good way?
I hated him because he was a heel and he did terrible things. Like he and Triple H handcuffed the Hardy Boys and beat the shit out of Lita with a chair right in front of him. It was fucked up. Like Spike Dudley was dating Molly Holly and they were like the cute little like nerdy couple. Mm-hmm. And Austin went out there and ruined their moment, like they were about to kiss for the first time.
Yeah.
And Austin was like, who are these fucking ass wipes in my ring? So he goes out there and he berates Spike right in front of Molly. And then he calls Molly a whore right in front of Spike. So they're both so mad at him, but they can't do anything because he's so much bigger. So then Spike is just like, let's get out of here, Molly. And Austin just stuns Molly right in front of Spike. He was such a dick. I hated the shit out of him. That's one of the most I've ever hated a heel just because of how good a heel he was.
Huh?
Where there's a lot of people who say that it didn't work because no one wanted to boo him because he was stone cold. I fucking hated him. So I thought he was doing it right.
That sounds good to me. Kill King 45.
I got you.
Yeah, because there's no spaces or thing. He said Undertaker is too old. He looked like an old monkey man.
Someone start hashtag old monkey man and get that
I didn't get
trending.
them. He did look like an old man. He is an old man.
Jess
but I
James
didn't
says
get
older
the
taker.
monkey.
We'll wrap up with the chat real quick. We'll hit bullet points on the rest of these matches and then let's get the fuck out of here.
We're not
You know
going to go into too depth about everything else. Triple H watches Owens on the TV.
James Bell says after his matches, Triple H was watching his matches, and then Steph saying she was impressed with him on Raw, and Rollins looked annoyed. Owens has made NXT champ in a month of debuting. It's a long shot. I don't remember that, but James Bell apparently has a better memory than I do, which isn't saying much because I have a terrible fucking memory. But that is something to think about. That's definitely something to think about.
Palmer said, I wouldn't complain about a time limit draw, especially after King asked if there were any time limits on the match.
I didn't hear him say that, but
I
that was a
didn't
good
either.
little hint. But I bet you would still complain. You always complain, you son of a bitch.
Kill King 45 said bag of glass at Thrash Gordon, hashtag bag of glass, hashtag freelance wrestling.
Well, see, Freelance Wrestling, August 21st at the Abbey Pub in Chicago. The show is called Thrash Gordon. The N-words are going to be there. The 4-star heroes are going to be there. Robert Ego is going to be there. Robert the Ego is going to be there. Chris fucking Hero is going to be there, making his Freelance Wrestling debut.
What?
And playing the show is a little band called Active Destruction. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that?
That's Nigel Bravo. That's Kill King 45. It's a big fucking show. But let me tell you something. Hashtag bag of glass. Hashtag old monkey man.
I don't know if I've ever been so excited.
System is with us, and he says, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Kill King says, where's my boy Brandon Novak? He's in jail / rehab.
Is he in jail?
Coulter's plugging freelancewrestling.com, which you guys should do. .com. That's not the exact thing. Palmer says, you are wrong, sir. I will cut off artist's beard and shove the hair on your pillow. That'd be really uncomfortable. I appreciate it if you wouldn't.
Don't do
Palmer, fix your fucking thing so we can do a podcast. I invited you on a long time ago and you no-sold me. You were like, nope, I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
What thing is broken?
I don't know, his webcam or something. Or something. His mic was broken. I don't remember. But let's get it together. So we talked about the two big main events.
Yeah.
Tag team title match, New Day versus Primetime Players. It was a really good match.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love both of these teams.
Great.
I want the New Day to win the tag titles back, but I also like the Primetime Players. I want them to have some time in the sun.
Yeah, give them, but I would like it to go back.
Yeah. The New Day are not buried. Don't worry about it.
No.
They're fine.
No, they're still coming out. They're still, like, having matches every fucking week.
And they're over as fuck.
Yeah.
People hate them. They are going to get the tag titles back, so don't panic. This was a fun match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I said to you, I really like the Primetime Players. I like their system they got.
Yeah.
Where, not Titus O'Neil, what, Darren Young? That's his name?
Yeah.
He goes out there, he fights the other guys for a while, softens them up, and then when he gets too beat up, Titus O'Neil comes in and just fucks shit up. He's all fresh and big. And you specifically mentioned that you like his backbreaker, which we have affectionately referred to as take out the trash. Because, Booker, we got it from Booker.
Let's recreate it. I've got a boy right here, and I go, backbreaker, and then I throw him.
Take out the trash.
The only time I would ever say I miss Booker on commentary is because there's no one there to go, take out the trash.
I yelled that at a freelance wrestling.
Did you?
Event. Yeah.
Did you say it for any reason?
It wasn't the exact move, but it was based. No, it was during the Chicago Free Street fight between the 4-star heroes and somebody had a trash can.
Yeah.
And they threw it, and I said, take out the trash.
That's fun. That's fun. Adam DeVries, aka System, says he didn't know this was happening. Then that means he doesn't follow me on Twitter. He doesn't follow you on Twitter. He doesn't follow Coulter on Twitter. He doesn't follow Captain McKay on Twitter. And he hasn't been at 616entertainment.proboards.com because this thing was plastered everywhere. He's also not friends with me on Facebook, I guess, or you on Facebook or Captain McKay on Facebook.
I'm ashamed.
This thing is fucking everywhere. You shouldn't be ashamed. You should just be ashamed of him.
I mean, that's what I mean.
System, I got love for you, but you got to step up your game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bye, Felicia.
All right.
Yeah, I like the tag match. It was fucking awesome.
The other match that sticks out in my head right now.
What?
So the other match that sticks out to me right now is the Divas match.
We had Charlotte.
We had all those new girls.
We had Charlotte from the Page group.
Yes.
We had Sasha from the Minorities group.
Yep.
Because, of course, they stuck her with them.
And
you know how I feel about that.
Brie Bella.
Brie Bella from the Bella group.
Bella and Fox.
Yeah. Well, the problem I have
Bellas.
with Alicia Fox is
there's no reason for her to be there.
The problem I have with Alicia Fox is the way she walks. I know she's trying to do like the hips out butt thing, but she like steps and then oversteps here and oversteps here. She walks in a fucking X that's in like italics.
Yeah.
I don't know how her hips can allow that. Is she hot as fuck? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Does she walk like a moron? Yes.
Yeah.
You add these two things together and you get that Jesus joke from Family Guy. You know what I'm saying? Right? He's like, that was a good bit. How did you feel about this Diva match?
I
Hashtag
liked
old
it.
monkey man.
I liked it.
Mhm.
It was like one of the best Divas matches in a long time.
I don't think so. I thought it was good. Maybe one of the best Divas matches on WWE TV.
No, that's what I mean.
Okay.
No, I'm not
Okay.
talking about it because I don't watch NXT.
Yeah.
So, no.
Hashtag old monkey man.
I'm an old monkey man who doesn't watch NXT, so sue me. But like the Divas matches are so just not good usually on WWE. It's like this was fun.
Yeah.
And there was a few sloppy moments.
Yeah, there's a few
There's
sloppy
always.
moments, but there almost always is.
But like I like Sasha's what's that move called where she lays
I don't know.
the girl
I just-
on the ropes
Mhm.
and then knees him, and then she did a double decker of it.
I just call it the knee smash because I don't know if it technically has a name. System says he will be here for Raw Talks tomorrow, which we appreciate. For the Dan who are watching who might not know about Raw Talks, as soon as Raw ends tomorrow, come right back here because we're going to do this for Raw, but we go segment by segment, promo by promo, match by match. And Raw Talks is longer and way more fucked up. But we didn't have time for that bullshit tonight. You know what I'm saying?
No.
The goddamn could be there, but I'm not going to promise anything. Jazz has a great quote here where Coulter says, follow me on Twitter. He says, I already am following you, ass. Which is one of your great quotes. But yeah, I thought this match was pretty good. It was nothing to write home about.
No,
But
but
I did tweet that my takeaway from this is I'm happy for Charlotte and Sasha that they made their big pay-per-view debut. That's the best thing about this.
Yeah.
The quality of the match is here, and me being happy for them is right here.
And now, don't get me wrong. I don't think it was. When I said it was the best, one of the best Divas matches of the year.
Yeah.
I just think because that's more a reflection on what the Divas matches are usually.
Yeah. I can get on board with that.
Good.
Do you have any other
didn't think
matches
it
you want
was
to talk about?
The only other like significant thing is what happened in the Reigns versus.
Start to talk about that. I got something I want to show the Dan hands. I gotta go get it.
Oh man, I gotta run the show on my own. I don't know if I can. I was going to talk about the Reigns versus what's his name, Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt, but we've talked ad nauseum about how they're not doing anything with him. Or just, they're doing shit with him, but it just doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
And his whole thing with Reigns is anyone but you.
Yeah.
And it's like, anyone but you, like, what does that even mean?
Anyone but you what?
And, like, I was thinking, okay, like, anyone but you, like, I don't want you to succeed.
Mhm.
Anyone but you. But that's not true because he has a problem with everybody.
I don't remember who it was, but they had a great tweet. I think it was our buddy Chris Hutton, aka Rob I Matter from Freelance Wrestling. Let me see if it was him. Let me double check. Because I think I retweeted. Yeah, right here. Every Bray Wyatt feud. Bray, why are you after this guy? Because. Like, there's never really any
That's
real
good.
motivation. Like, try to boil down. Whoa. Palmer says they just found a dead body at Demi Moore's house. That's interesting.
Was it hers?
I doubt it. Otherwise, they would say they found Demi Moore dead.
That'd be a weird way to say
What
it.
if it was Patrick Swayze?
What if she dug him up?
No, but like they did a DNA test and it's for real Patrick Swayze.
But he's already been dead, so she must have dug him up.
But maybe he wasn't dead. This is a whole conspiracy theory. Palmer says he'll do the podcast when they invite me. I told Ian somewhere over a week ago I fixed the problem. If you did that, I don't remember it. You're invited on. I'm going to get at you on the message board because I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. I can't remember. We probably are. But let's book it for like 3 weeks from now and then let's do it. Because we already have Captain McKay is on Wednesday. And then we're doing one with number one handsome boy Michael Thomas Robinson. And then right after that, we can record one with Palmer. I'm down with it.
Oh, Superman!
Don't spoil it. That's what I want to show him.
We'll show him. It's already spoiled.
Okay, since I spoiled it. Dan Neds, I said on the board that I was going to do an unboxing of a giant statue I ordered. I just bought this today. This is not a giant statue, but it's cool as fuck. And if you watch Justice League, the animated series, I wish it would focus on this because it looks like shit right now. But it's actually really cool looking, with a nice little base there. What if we get out?
It's the light.
It's the light?
Maybe if I block the light.
What if we just did the whole show holding Superman like this? This is a cool little fucking statue.
It is.
And could I flip it and turn a profit? I could because I did some research. But am I going to do that? I don't know. I might hold on to it for a while and see where the value goes from there. In the meantime, I think it looks cool as fuck. I wanted to show the Dan Hands. I have an unboxing coming up of something that should show up to my house Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. It'll be really cool. And Ricky and someone else said that they would love to see the unboxing, so I'm going to do it. But maybe I'll just rebox this and then unbox it again, because that could be cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Divas match was fun. Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, it was all right.
And then the only part I wanted to talk about was Luke Harper showed up
Mm-hmm.
and is back with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And this is so fucked up.
Where's Eric Rowan?
I don't know, because they came back together and they were like, we're brothers till the end, but let's be brothers again.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Does Eric Rowan have AIDS or something?
I don't know. Like they came back together and then
Steve says, "Screw you, Ian. Why screw me?
because you're a screwy fuck.
Why is Steve got
Yes.
heat with me? He says he just saw Ant-Man. Now I'm here watching this shit." That's understandable. I mean, if you go watch someone who has the charm and overall handsome abilities of Paul Rudd, and then you come and you watch this
I
bullshit,
think I matched that.
get the fuck out of town. You got to fall over.
No,
you got to not be a part of this show.
You knew that was gonna fucking happen. You were so lucky that this light bulb didn't.
It would have been so much better if it did break.
I'm blind.
Now he blinded himself.
I'm not coming back in spring.
Dan Ans, I think we've had a good Raw Talks Live. Steve says that Rowan is injured. That light is legit broken. Did you break anything on you?
I don't know.
He doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Dan Ans, it's been a good show. Rowan has a broken leg. Artist has a broken neck. We love you. We're going to see you tomorrow, 24 hours from now, almost to the fucking minute, for WWE Raw Talks Live when we review the whole show. Hopefully the artist is recovered by then and isn't such a broken boy. You know what I'm saying? You got to follow the artist on Twitter at theartist616. You got to follow me on Twitter at IDS616. Oh boy, we got so much coming up. You do not want to miss Captain McKay on the 616 Entertainment Podcast on Wednesday. We got to get out of here. This is our new outro for the week.
I won $2 on this one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, see? $2. $2 plus a potato is $2.